Is it a back shoulder fade in the middle of the end zone? Usually that's a sideline thing.
I mean, it wasn't. I mean, that's where Ben put it. I wouldn't say it was a back shoulder fade. It was just more of kind of a type of coverage they played, and they brought I ran. So he put it where it needed to be, and just made a play on it.
Ben said sometimes he tries on purpose to be not quite as accurate to make you guys work harder. How much does that help then translating to a game setting where he is maybe a little bit more pinpoint in his accuracy?
Yeah, it helped a lot. I mean, the first time in OTAs when he came, he was throwing it like all over the place with me, and I was just very confused. I was like, am I doing something wrong? Am I doing that kind of stuff? And like E and Zach were like, dude, he does this to like see what your range is and all that kind of stuff. So it helped me a lot. Just OTAs and training camp and stuff like that. I'm putting it where he sees where I can make adjustments and stuff like that. So it's awesome, and that kind of showed on the field today.
The second one, how hard was that?
How hard was it?
Yeah.
It was definitely hard, but like I said, I worked it all camp, and we worked that kind of route combination all camp. So obviously there were some ups and downs in camp with that route, but it showed today with the preparation stuff like that.
After that second set of you that you got an innate knack to get your head around very quickly when you're coming out of your break. Is that something that's always been a skill that you've had, and how have you developed that on the NFL level so quickly with the quarterbacks that you work with?
Yeah, I've always been good at coming downhill when I could get out of my breaks and make contact with the quarterback. But it's something that I've always worked at, and just kind of be that security blanket for the quarterback, and something I take pride in. Always kind of have my head around and making plays like that.
Ben invoked the name Heath Miller, talking about you. What does that mean to you, and how often do you hear that?
I hear it a lot, but obviously, me and him have watched Heath Miller tape a little bit, just kind of the stuff that Heath has done, and all that. But obviously, I'm trying to make my own legacy here. Heath was an unbelievable tight end here. It's gonna be hard to follow in his footsteps, but I'm obviously gonna try and kind of emulate his game. I think we're very similar in our game style.
You're getting a lot of cheers going off from your teammates. Marcus Allen specifically was really, what was he saying to you when you were going off?
Yeah, it's my Penn State brother, so we're always going to stick together. He's always going to support me, and I'm always going to support him. So, he was just kind of, telling me that, keep doing what I'm doing and stuff like that. So, the support's always been there.
Mason said that you don't act like a rookie, that really nothing about you is a rookie. Do you feel like that this has just been maybe a natural transition, or do you still very much feel like a rookie getting your feet wet in the NFL?
Nah, the first play last year, the first play of this preseason, I definitely feel like a rookie. But there's obviously adjustments and stuff that I have to make throughout my game, just kind of get acclimated to the NFL kind of game. But that's always been my kind of, I take pride in going into Penn State as a freshman. They said the same thing. I didn't kind of act like a freshman. Just kind of my preparedness and just kind of handle myself on and off the field. Just try and do what I do. My parents have raised me unbelievable in that aspect, just kind of taking pride and being grateful for my position I'm in. So just kind of, that's where I come from, and that's kind of where my preparedness has been.
How
Are
did
there
the
any
blocking?
passes in camp you felt like you dropped?
You said what?
Are there any passes in camp you felt like you dropped?
I'm sure there's a couple, not off the top of my head, but
Because the other guys are saying no.
I remember there was one or two that I should have made a catch, but I didn't. But I just try to, whenever the ball comes my way, I have to make plays, and that's why they drafted me where they did, and just continue to make plays.
What is it about the red zone that kind of brings out the best in you?
I like scoring touchdowns. I like celebrating with the fans. I like celebrating with my teammates. I just think there's so much detail down there, and I'm such a detail-oriented guy that maybe some person that's great in the open field kind of lacks that detail down there because this field's smaller. So I kind of understand coverage more down there and kind of understand what I need to do to get open and score a touchdown.
How did the blocking come along in this game?
I think I improved a lot. Just kind of being more comfortable out there, knowing what the pace of the game is. And I think last week, as the game went on, I think you can kind of tell I became more comfortable and stuff like that. So I think just starting this game off fast, my blocking, obviously it's going to be a whole nother level when we get to regular season. But I think I'm progressing in that aspect.
Being
Guys, two more.
Being detail oriented, like you just mentioned, is that something that's been a part of your game since like high school, or did it take getting to college to really fall in love with tweaking those fine details of the game?
Yeah, honestly, I think I had a unique high school career. I think when I transferred to my second school, my cousin was my head coach, and he coached in college, and same with my uncle. So they kind of saw that I was becoming to fall in love with the game of football. So they kind of pushed me to kind of show me what it's like to work at the next level, and then at college, I had such great mentors there that taught me how to continue to work as a pro and take that attitude in college, just translate over here.
One more, that dance you did. You had detailed orientation on that. How long did you practice that?
Well, me and E. We did a lot. Just, you know, are you talking about this dance? Yeah. You know, I like to, like, I don't know, I like to dance a little bit. I'm not that good, but he's kind of helped me out with that. So I took a whole training camp, really.
All right, thanks, Ben.